Hi, I'm Sally Franz with Good News for Change, Serenity Style, and I am here with Susie Brandelius, and you are with?
Olympic Area Agency on Aging.
Wow, and we're here in Forks, just so people know, and you're based here in Forks?
I am.
Okay. What's your mission statement?
So our mission statement is that people should be allowed to age in place. That would mean wherever they would like to age, whether that's in their home, a nursing home, an assisted living facility, a boarding home, whatever, and that we provide supports and services so that they can do that.
Awesome. Yeah. So, where do you get your funding?
It comes from the Older Americans Act, so some of it is federal and some of it is state money.
And do you need other monies, or are those grants?
Well, we always want donations. For instance, we accept donations for the Senior Legal Advice Clinic. That provides free legal advice to people 60 years of age and over on simple wills, civil matters, Social Security, estate planning, Medicare, Medicaid.
I actually have access to those legal services because my health company decided to dump me, and it was illegal, and I was verklempt. I didn't know where to turn. I didn't even know if I needed an attorney. Used these free services, and it was fantastic. So
it is, helps a lot of people.
Amazing, and it's real lawyers.
Yep, real
and
lawyers.
That's why you might need some donations.
That's correct.
So people, that's a good one to donate to.
Yep, exactly.
And what populations exactly? What age range?
Well, we always serve people 60 years of age and older because area agencies on aging are all over the country, and they came out of the Older Americans Act during President Johnson's era. So he funded all of these agencies to help seniors particularly have a one-stop shop. But since that time, in the last few years, we've expanded to include people with disabilities. And as Obamacare came into being, I became the navigator for the Affordable Care Act out here, so I help people get on the insurance that was mandated and still available, and help with Medicare. We partner with the statewide health insurance benefit advisors, so we advise people on Medicare and Medicaid, help people sign up. So now anybody who comes in the door, we help.
Which is amazing because that's not easy to do.
Nope.
Especially if you need to get on disability.
Yep, I help with that as well.
So
all those applications, we help people fill out forms. It's a very complicated system. The insurance commissioner in Washington State pays for me to go to Sequim every month for an insurance update on Medicare. That's how complicated it is.
Wow. Yeah. And so don't hesitate to ask for help. That's the
right.
big
And
message.
we have an office in Sequim and an office in Forks, an office in Port Townsend.
Where's your office in Port Angeles? Do you have one?
It moved it was down on 8th, but now it's in Sequim on Washington Street, right across from the 101 Diner.
Oh, great.
So that covers that
Okay,
area.
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So we go from PA to Sequim, and it's right there in
Right
Sequim.
there.
Okay. That's near Costco for those of you who are from Sequim.
It is.
And are there volunteer opportunities?
Sure. We accept, particularly for the statewide health insurance benefit, there's a big, always looking for volunteers to come and help learn how to help people get in and out of Medicare and pick prescription drug plans and Medicare supplemental plans. Yes, and you can apply at the Sequim office on 411 West Washington.
That is fantastic.
It's a great volunteer opportunity requires limited time doing it, but it's a great help.
Oh, it's a huge help.
Huge help.
Because especially the supplemental for pharmaceuticals and stuff, it's just amazingly difficult to understand.
It's very complicated.
They had like plans A through double F.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know.
Yes.
You know, and I've read them. Believe me, I've read every page and I still would go, I don't know.
That's why you need an advisor.
That's right. Are there some misconceptions about what you do?
I think the biggest misconception is that we only serve seniors.
Oh.
We serve everybody.
Everybody. Anyone who needs health care and staying at home or
anything. Help with filing for disability, help for filing for SSI. We are the people that get through the system. We know the ins and outs of getting through the system.
And how much does it cost me to go meet you?
Free.
Free.
Totally free.
My favorite word, free.
Totally free.
That's fabulous.
It is indeed.
Yeah, and one of the reasons I'm talking to you is that we at Serenity House deal with people that are in between homes, that are looking to transition into homes, and a lot of this kind of paperwork is so difficult.
Yep, I help people with peninsula housing applications to get on a Section 8 wait list.
Wow.
So anything people have trouble understanding that involves any kind of supports and services to stay healthy and live in a safe place, they would come to one of my offices and get that.
So you're an amazing partner for Serenity, because
Yes.
once we get people housed, or as we get people to come to us and stay even overnight sheltering, then they want to go to the next step, and sometimes that's just so overwhelming.
Yes.
And the fact that there's a friend in the community for free who's going to be there and help them. So you have an office here in Forks, and what's the address there?
The address in Forks is 232 Fifth Avenue. It's right across from the long-term care entrance to the Forks Hospital.
Okay.
And then 411 West Washington in Sequim, and then the office in Port Townsend is right by the DSHS office on Sheridan Street.
Oh, fantastic.
So it's all a one-stop shop.
Yeah. This is absolutely amazing. Tell me a couple of success stories.
So just recently, a developmentally disabled person came into my office. She had moved from an adult family home in Tacoma, where they have a lot more insurance opportunities. So because she moved, she lost her health insurance, which included her prescription drug coverage. And so now, just up until yesterday, she was 2 weeks without her medication, which she needs. Yeah. And so today we got it all fixed. So
Yay!
That's one of the things
that's fantastic.
that we do. Somebody else failed to do their eligibility review for their food stamps. So I helped them with that.
Okay.
Anybody who needs help getting a better drug plan in Medicare, I save thousands of dollars for people in Medicare, because that's people don't realize you have to check those things. And getting housing, doing referrals, helping people fill out applications.
Somebody asked me the other day, what was the matter with people that didn't plan ahead of time that they're living only off of Social Security or don't have any resources? And I said, life, economy.
Yeah.
People that you and I know that were not lazy, that went to work every single day, worked 2 jobs, raised 3 kids, end up without resources. But now you're there to help them get back on track.
And find them, yep.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm the hunter for finding resources.
Yay! Oh man, I'm really glad to know you, and I hope everyone else.
And
is
I know
paying
about
attention
Serenity
here.
House, so I know about Serenity House. So.
We're there to try to get people either stay in homes or back in homes.
That's right.
And
very good.
And one of the things that we tell people that's very important to know is that the homeless that you see in Clallam County or to Jefferson are people that grew up here. No one's getting bussed in.
Right.
If there's someone from another county that came here, it's because they're here to be with family.
Correct.
These are your neighbors. These are people you went to high school with. It's the grandchildren of the people you went to high school with. These are not strangers to us. And people know who the people are that are in between or near working poor, in between homes, or nearly homeless.
Another one of my programs is grandparents raising grandchildren. So I provide supports. Generally, it's a Walmart shop. For basic needs for grandparents and other non-biological relatives raising children. So that's also part of that Olympic Area Agency on Aging umbrella is the Family Caregiver Support Program, of which I'm the coordinator out here, and the Kinship Caregiver Program, which includes grandparents raising grandkids. So this last week I've been shopping at Walmart, meeting grandparents there in a big way. So there's lots of grandparents raising grandkids out here.
A lot, and they need support because they may have saved enough for their retirement, 1 or 2 of them, but all of a sudden there's a family of 5 back under that roof. And
these multi-generational families, very tough.
And how do people get a hold of you?
Well, you can go to my website. My website is O as in over 3, because there's 3 A's and O3A.org.
Oh, that's easy.
Just put in your zip code and it'll tell you where to go. Yep.
And then it tells you where the nearest office is and how to get help.
Yep.
That is absolutely amazing. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
Well, I just think people should know that there's a lot of resources, that you shouldn't struggle, that there are many resources that people don't know about because they don't ask. It's kind of a prideful community out here.
Sure.
And there are a lot of homestead attitudes in the West End, and people don't realize that there's, just for the asking, a lot of supports and services.
And They already paid for it. That's what you pay taxes
That's
for.
correct.
It's not a handout.
It is not a handout.
It's like an insurance policy, and if you broke your leg, you go to the hospital and say, "Here's my insurance card.
Exactly.
I need help now."
Exactly.
So now maybe it's the home, or maybe it's food, or maybe it's school supplies
Right.
for the grandkids,
Yep.
and it's not a handout.
Right. Or you need help with your loved one who's recently been discharged from the hospital. So I run the family caregiver support program. Maybe I'll provide a little bit of respite care, or a bath bench, or a bedside commode, or a walker, or a wheelchair. All these kinds of
That's
things.
really important, because to buy those things is prohibitive,
Right.
and renting them is not much cheaper.
Nope.
And you can supply these.
Yep. We partner with the Seroptimists here in Forks, who run a durable medical equipment closet, a loan closet. So you just call me up in the Forks office, and I coordinate. We also have lots of incontinence supplies that people, after they die, they have tons of them in their house. We supply those. They're very expensive. So all kinds of things are available. Just one
ask.
phone call.
And tell us one more time the webpage.
O3A.org.
O3. Okay, .org. Okay, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
This is Sally Franz with Good News for Change Serenity Style. We'll see you next week.